Hi, this is Martin, CEO of Master Mindset. We are doing interviews with some of the game changers when it comes to e-commerce as part of the eCommerce North show. And I'm pleased to say that we have Zak, the founder of PrezzyBox, joining us. How are we doing today, Zak?
Hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah, no, I'm all good. I'm all good. What about yourself?
Yeah, all right. Not bad.
Okay, cool. So just talk to us about your experience. How did you come to end up doing what you're doing?
Well, I'll go back over this, touch on this in the presentation. I've been running PrezzyBox now for 17 years. So
Wow.
in 1999, it was the height of the millennium bug. So people were worried about their computers switching down. It was also a time when it was the first .com bubble, if you like, and companies were being valued at gargantuan amounts of money. I had a job that I wasn't particularly enamoured with. My dad had just sold his business, so I had a wad of cash burning a hole in his pocket. And I said, come on, Dad, we need to get involved in the internet. We had no idea about anything technological. We'd struggled to turn on a computer at best. However, we had, as a family, we ran shops in the past, not in the gift space. We ran motor factors. So I said, come on, let's do it. There aren't a huge amount of barriers to entry in selling gifts. We can surely do that and give that a go. And that was it. PrezzyBox.com was born.
Oh, that's absolutely brilliant. And so for anybody watching this, why should they come to your talk? What are you going to be, talking about?
Well, hopefully it's more of an inspirational talk, really, a motivational one. I think what you will garnish from my presentation is that you don't have to be a rocket scientist to start your own business and to run your own business and to run a fairly successful business. We at PrezzyBox now have, on our busiest days, up to 6,000 orders a day. We ship globally. We partner with big brands like McDonald's and O2, etc. So I think hopefully it will give you the inspiration, the drive and determination to think, right, if you want to do it yourself, you can go on and do it.
Well, I think that's very inspirational in itself, just the way that you just talked about it, inspiring others is a great purpose to have with it as well. So my next question, you might have already answered it, but what would be the gains of your talk for anybody?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, a number of gains really. Firstly, I think it's really important that if you're determined to do something and you're inspired to do it, then go out and do it. I think what also hopefully will come from it is that I think for me, for our guys, I think it's really important that you enjoy what you're doing because you're a long time at work. If you don't enjoy it, then you won't be as passionate and enthusiastic about it. So I think for me, hopefully those two things will come across in my presentation. And then if you are enthusiastic, you are determined, you are willing to put in the hard work and the time and effort, then ultimately, the world is your oyster.
Yeah, absolutely love that. Okay, let's talk about the show, right? There's 120 exhibitors. There's a whole bunch of people like yourself, game changers when it comes to the industry and inspirations, as you said, right? So why do you think that people should come to the show?
For me, going to conferences and exhibitions and shows are really important in what we do for a number of reasons. Firstly, you may pick up literally one pearl of wisdom from the show, but it could be a game changer in terms of what you do. Secondly, and it's something that really helped PrezzyBox in the early days, networking is really important. Online is still a fairly small cottage industry, regardless of what space you're in, be it selling gifts online or operating in the gambling space or FMCG, whatever it might be, it's still a fairly small, incestuous industry. So the more you attend these type of events, the more you get to know people who are going to these events, be it people who are talking at them or just merely people attending or people exhibiting, then you can really begin to make waves in the space, but also you can reach out to people and draw on their experiences. So for me, I think they're invaluable, albeit you may only get one thing from it.
Okay, cool. I like that. Okay. So moving back to yourself and looking back in time, if you like, what has brought you success? How would you describe it?
I think longevity is pretty important. So you need to there's a lot of talk now about millennials. Simon Sinek does a really interesting talk about how people now have a need for immediacy, and the immediate gratification on most things that they do. And I think, unfortunately, and with the very, very few exceptions, if you're opening any form of business, you need to A, work hard at it, and B, accept that in the vast majority of cases, it's not going to happen overnight. So I think a determination and an acceptance that it's going to take a fairly lengthy period of time for it to become successful. Like I say, we've been doing PrezzyBox for nigh on 18 years now, and it's only in the last probably 5 or 6 years that we've been profitable.
Okay.
So it speaks for itself.
Okay, cool. I love all that kind of insight. I got Simon Sinek to record a video for my mate's 40th birthday, which was really funny. Yeah, it was.
It's really powerful, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. His wife is a big fan of Simon Sinek, so I got him to record a video for her husband. It was kind of like the competition celebrating his birthday. Do you know what I mean? It was quite mean of me, but funny. What about what would be the best tip you'd like to give out to the world in terms of having an e-commerce business?
The best tip I would give, that's a good question. I think don't spend any money unless you really need to.
Okay, cool. I like that.
Because, yeah, people really can, and we did ourselves when we first launched, we wasted a lot of money. I think there are, especially now with people willing to share, share information left, right and centre, there's lots of off-the-shelf platforms and marketing tools that are free, especially for startups. I think that would be my biggest takeaway, in that don't spend money unless you really, really need to.
Okay, cool. And then the last question is this amazing thing called hindsight, right? So looking back to the past, what's the one thing that you wish somebody had told you 10, 15, 17 years ago,
I think that it would have been, if you see an opportunity, grasp it straight away. Don't pontificate. Don't meander about whether you should do it or not. If you feel it in your gut that there's an opportunity that you should grasp, then grasp it. And
love
run
it.
with it.
Brilliant. So if that's not enough for anybody watching this, to come to the e-commerce North show is actually free. You get to be inspired by people like Zak. You get to meet him. You get to listen to what he's actually got to say. So it's a fantastic opportunity. We're talking about the future. We're talking about learning from experiences, and we're talking about what the future of e-commerce looks like. So really exciting opportunity. Thanks for coming on, Zak. Really appreciate it.
No problem. See you there, guys.